What's up guys, this is Frenzy. Welcome back to the first patch 17 viewer castles. Today we're going to start off with FateSprayer. He's castle level 26. So we'll jump into it. I'm pretty sure he has his castle updated, so we should be good. I ran his castle before I did this just to make sure it was updated, because I wanted to record a viewer castles for you guys. Alright, so Snotter. Obviously something is coming around here. Alright, so this Defendatron up here is actually linking to the Scorpio there, so I have to pull this all the way back. That's a really nice idea. I like the use of that quite a bit, actually. Alright. And kill out the Scorpio, and we're pretty good now. Alright, so I really like the use of that. You had it so that it came around past the Defendatron. The only thing is that maybe, because of the vision here, I can actually gun down. Well, that Megatron, or Mega Mutton didn't take any damage whatsoever, so never mind. This is actually going to be a pretty bad situation for me now. I almost have to hope that... Oh man, this is bad. That was definitely a mistake. I think he got healed though, he's fine now. Which is good. So basically I damaged the Mega Mutton, and then he ran past and got guarded by the Defendatron, which actually made it so he was like constantly in enrage mode, which would have been really bad. But now I'm okay. Because he got healed by the Puppeteer. Alright, so far your castle's been pretty standard and pretty good. Alright, so Robo Shieldatron, I gotta get back here and kill off the heal. There we go. Alright, so let's see what the next unit is. Another Scorpio and a Cyclops. Interesting. So I think these guys, I'm a little indifferent about the charging Cyclops with the Scorpio on hook. It seems like they're kind of working against each other. I'm not, like, it's not the biggest deal in the world, though. I wouldn't say it's that bad. The only thing that you have to look at a little bit is if this first group isn't forcing a potion out of many people, this second, well, I guess these first two groups aren't forcing a potion. This next group, being that it's only a tank group, if it's dropping health globes, it's actually helping the person get healed back up. So you want to look at that, because you're really trying to force out potions. I mean, that's the whole point of this patch, pretty much. You guys can kind of see the ballista traps in action, how they're functioning now as they, throw that circle down on the ground so that you can see where to move out of. So it's kind of a slight stealth nerf that they did to them. Still getting a little bit used to the camera controls. Sometimes I rotate it the wrong way. So again here, I'm a little low on life. And if these guys drop health globes, it's actually technically helping me quite a bit, because it's making it so I don't have to use a potion. So it's definitely something right here, that just helped me quite a bit. Keeps it so I can do one or two more groups without having to use a potion. So it's something that you'll have to consider when you're building your castles now. Alright, so we have a Scorpio. I'm just going to drop the... Oh, that's unfortunate. It was actually guarded and I didn't notice that. It's too bad. And then we have a Zeke, which is annoying as well. Alright, I gotta use a potion there. I like the double heals. I'm guessing it was one per group. But either way, it did keep the Zeke alive, and it's keeping the Scorpio alive for a lot longer than I want it to be. I'm waiting for a volley to come up. That's gonna probably... Nope, I got out of it. Alright, I thought that Scorpio hook was gonna hit me. Alright, so far not too bad. I would just say watch out about where you put your tank mobs. Honestly, I think probably clustering them all together, although that's actually still bad. I don't know. It's definitely that's open for a lot of theory crafting, to be honest. Because if you put them all together, they can all be grouped into one. But if you spread them out and put damage-dealing mobs in between them, then it helps you heal from the damage-dealing mobs. It's definitely open to a lot of theory crafting possibilities. I'll just kill it right here. There we go. I like how your castle kind of twists around in all different directions, so it makes you constantly still having to use like camera rotation to be able to like stay on the right side of it. That's good. Here's another one of those tank mobs after a damage dealing mob, where it's like a possibility of healing me up now that I'm a little bit low life. I can already see a health globe up there. Ooh, that guy crit me for 600. That's actually a first. I've never seen them do that kind of damage. I'm gonna have to actually use a potion there. That guy did get enraged, however archers are really good at dealing with Pete Pound Morse. Wrong way. I really gotta get used to that. It's almost inverted to me. It feels inverted the way that it turns. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, or I'm just like, my brain is just inverted, but it's kind of interesting. I'll have to get a little bit used to it. It'll take me like a week or so, probably. Alright, so another tank mob. The good thing about this one is that I don't need life. And there's a reason why I say that, you can't put all of the tank mobs together. The first time you're going through, you probably won't pull multiple groups. However, right here, these two Robo Shieldatrons, I could have pulled both of these groups because they're not all that scary, and I could just like AoE them down or something. Whereas if there was a kill zone here, it would be a lot more scary. Just something to note. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world. And I think putting them together for at least the first try would be the best. The problem is if someone runs your castle multiple times. And I mean, you're even noticing, like, I'm out of time already, and I haven't been going that slow. And I still have at least one room, possibly two. Like, castle timers have been nerfed a lot. You have to go really fast to actually get through a castle. I'm pretty sure that certain DPSs won't be able to make it through. It's actually a little bit imbalanced, I think. I think castle timers have been pushed a little bit too far, to be honest. I'm not usually one to like say that a part of defense is overpowered, but this is one time where I think it is. This Zeke seems a little out in the open, and I actually missed it, so it doesn't even matter. But if I was able to headshot him, he would have died. Alright, there. Finally I rotated the correct way. Oh, this is a great place for a Jimbo. I love it. He's level 26 too, so he could kill me in one shot. Luckily I'm able to maybe keep away from him. But yeah, that's a really good spot for a Jimbo. A warrior or like somebody, if an archer doesn't take roll, I imagine they'll die there a good majority of the time. Alright, and then we have 2 Scorpios and a Mega Mutton. Alright. Dropping that probably is a mistake, but I should be hopefully okay. Gotta keep dodging these hooks and killing off the Scorpio. I'm actually gonna take down the Mega Mutton next since he's already charging anyway. There we go. And then just one Scorpio. That wasn't so bad, but it's a good boss room. It sets you up for a possibility of killing someone pretty often. Overall, it was a good castle, and I doubt many people are making it through, to be honest. Although it is 2 levels over me. So I mean, I only used 2 potions, it's 2 levels over me. I guess you could say that, it's still not super imbalanced for defense or anything like that, but I think that I was probably a minute or so over the time limit, and I mean I was talking, so if I was really concentrating on getting through under the time limit, I think maybe I could have made it. But that being said, it should be keeping quite a few people out because my DPS is so high and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, and for number 2 we have Sirschmoopy23. You guys will notice this is kind of out of order on my spreadsheet. That's because everybody's castle, for the most part, has been, and this is the wrong person, I have to leave, hold on. I had my knight selected. Search. I everybody's castle isn't updated yet, so I'm doing them a little out of order because I know these guys' castles have been updated since they just requested for me to do their castle after the patch. So that's what I'm going to do for just a couple of days, so I can record some viewer castles, but still, you know, wait for people that have already given me their castles to update theirs. You know, wait for them to update. I'm not sure. Okay, so this guy does do a little bit of damage. It's not the same amount as, I believe, like when Stairmaster gets up to rank 4. They do a lot more than, you know, 200 per tick. I still think I don't know, I think the IMAX is kind of a waste of points for pure, like, damage output, and their tankiness is terrible as well. So, I'm not a big fan of the IMAX at this point. Cool looking unit, but I think for that many points it's just not worth it. And like I mentioned with, like, I actually like this vamp much more than the normal vamps. The problem is I think the point count is a little bit too high for what they do. But the fact that they can survive through a volley, I really like. This guy actually does tank quite a bit, especially when I get hit by corrosive traps. I actually like that. That's a neat little what do I want to call it? Combo, where you have these corrosive traps to lower my damage, and then you also have that combined with the crush leader, which tanks a ton. I feel like the sounds are a little bit messed up. Maybe I'm wrong though. It actually might just be that my headset's not plugged in all the way. So you guys should be able to hear it fine. Oh, that's bad. I was hoping he was going to stay full life. So this is good as well. I like the fact that he's kind of down a hallway. For some reason I already used a potion. I don't remember when I used that. Alright. So far so good. I like the combos that you've been using. I liked that crush later plus corrosive trap combo. That was neat. Something I might use if I go for more of a... Alright, I just want to see if there's anything up here. There's not. So I'm wondering, is that one group over here skippable and then you have nothing on the other side? I'm not sure. I mean, it kind of makes sense in a way just because people will generally go that way because it's like on the top of their screen and they don't want to rotate again to go to the other way. One thing about like charging Cyclops is they're a lot harder to use now. Even Zeeks are a little bit harder to use, but you know, I would say that probably a Zeke on like being defended by a Defendatron is almost the only way to use it, just because you want multiple shots and you can like hope that they're gonna hit. I don't think Cyclopses are really gonna hit with their charge anymore, unless someone didn't rotate their screen. Alright. I do like Mega Buttons this patch, so I think they're going to be pretty good. Because it gives you the opportunity that if you flip them into the fire, they have to use one of their 4 potions. Or they're going to die, most likely. Pete Pound Wars they're okay. I mean, they're probably better now because there's not as much that we can use, in my opinion. And then we have this one. This is the one place that I don't mind if IMAX is like down these corridors, but I mean I still think they're like not super strong for the point value that they're actually taking. I mean I can run through this and it does damage me quite a bit, but is it really worth, I think it's 14 points for an IMAX? Probably not. they don't seem quite as strong as the other elites. Alright, then we have the boss room, which is going to be a Jimbo, Scorpio, and a Mega Mutton. I'm going to try to take out the Jimbo first, I think. Well, I'm going to try to take out everything besides the Scorpio, or the Mega Mutton, so that he doesn't start charging me until after. Oh, that's getting a little annoying. I'm going to have to potion one more time. Alright. And then just the Mega Mutton. So all in all, I think this is a pretty good castle. I think that maybe you want to do either a little bit more time, like delay tactics, or just take out certain things. Like, you got me down to 1 potion here, and against other people, I think you're gonna actually be able to kill them because they'll have to use potions a little bit more often. The problem is that a lot of the damage that you have is kind of easily dodgeable. So I would think that you'd probably want more sustained damage over the like 1 chance damage, you know what I mean? Like, before this patch came out, everything that kind of was the game was about was that 1 chance to kill a hero. You charge, you do a ton of damage with a headshot. You pull, you flip them into a bunch of Stairmasters. You pull through a bunch of Stairmaster bubbles. There's a lot of things that you could have done back 1 patch that worked, but now, since everything is so easy to see, it's more about, I think, sustained damage rather than that 1 chance to like stun you and hit you with Zeke shots. I think that Defendatrons guarding Zekes, so that they get maybe 3 volleys as you're trying to kill off the Defendatron and the Zeke, might be a lot better than the 1 chance of getting, you know, a really good volley off, because it's more about making them use these 4 potions rather than taking them all the way to 0 life in 1 shot. That's my personal opinion of like the early patch, you know. I haven't figured everything out yet, so I'm kind of still learning with you guys. But that's my take on it so far. So we'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, next up we have Mighty Milkman. Again, a little out of order. He just recently sent in his request, so I'm assuming that he was able to change his castle, and you can see he's got a new layout and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you guys are already on the list and you already have your castles updated, you could just, like, let me know that. Either email me. Probably email me is the best way, so that I don't get, like, multiple requests over videos and stuff. It'll be easier for me to keep track of. If you want me to do your castle, like, sooner rather than later, because I'm probably going to wait, like, a couple days to a week before I start doing the normal list again, just because I don't know how many people are experiencing crashes and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of bugs in this early patch, and it's going to take people a couple days to update their castles sometimes. Probably just like 1 or 2 days before I start going back to my normal list of viewer castles. But you're not like, you know, you're still going to be next up or wherever you are in the list. I'm just taking new people because I want to have updated castles so that I'm, you know, not wasting time, so to speak. Alright, so let's get into this one. This mine here is really helping me dodge. That's something you'll want to take a look at. I mean, I would still be able to do it with this wall, but this is a little bit quicker for me. Alright. Yeah, this is the same thing that I talked about with the last castle, where you have that, like, 1 chance of doing damage, rather than having sustained damage. Like, even that one, I got stunned, but a little bit off-center. And, I mean, I'm able to just dodge these, so you want as many possible chances to hit me, you know, as you can. This patch is all about dodging now, because you want to take no damage, but at the same time, like, as an attacker, you want to take no damage, so you want to dodge everything. But for defenders, you want to just have like the best chances of dodging. There's nothing that you can pretty much force, so to speak, to hit. It's all about the attacker's skill versus, like, you know, the AI. I mean, there's not much as a defender. There's not much raw damage saying this unit is going to deal this much damage to the player. I mean, that's kind of a neat little visual bug that you're trying to use springboard traps on, but I don't think it's really going to be all that effective. You're just trying to make it so that, you know, it's the first turn, and if somebody doesn't turn their camera, they might run in there unexpectedly. But I mean, so to speak, you guys are seeing kind of how knights need to play as well. I just potioned. Damn it. You basically have to just not take damage, you know, wait for the timings of everything. Everything has a specific timing in this game, and if you get it down, you won't have any problems dodging. I'm going to do some videos, I think, during this patch that's going to have a very big focus on dodging, and I'm going to like try to explain the timings that I look for and all of that to you guys, just so that it's a little bit easier. I'll do it with both classes as well. I'll get some like level 20 castles, and I'll do it with Knight and Archer, and just kind of show you guys, because dodging is a little bit different per class, right? You have roll as an Archer, and as a Knight it's more about stun locking. You know, he shut out one eyeball, and I kicked something into him, so he stopped. He technically attacked by the game's rules, so that he will have like a longer delay attacking and stuff like that. There's little things that you can do if you're playing like really heads up and you're noticing what's going on. So again, a little visual thing that you're trying to make use of. I don't think it's going to be all that great though. You're really just going to be looking for sustained damage in this patch. That's the only way. Either time-wasting castles or sustained damage. Meaning like a long chance of dealing a small amount of damage so that it adds up and makes people potion. But you don't want to really, like in between these like damage dealing rooms, you don't want to have things like this where it's almost like you're not going to take any damage from this. Like, the Zeke is a scary part, but if I take that out, which, I mean, I pulled 2 groups, that's the only reason it was there. This group by itself most likely will heal me more than damage me. So you want to be very careful if you're going for something that you want to kill and use all the potions. You got to be very careful with the placement of your tank groups during this patch, because you don't want them to heal up off of this. Alright. Oh, this was the boss room, never mind. I didn't aggro 2 groups. So, I mean, not too bad of a castle. I'm still, like, learning a little bit of how to design castles. I'm gonna have to go through and redo mine. I'll make a video of that. All I've done so far is changed out my 2 Stairmaster pulls to more tanky units. And when I get a little bit more time, I'll go through and make, you know, a full, maybe 2-hour renovation video type thing. So, with that, that's gonna end the video for today. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of your castles, or if you've already submitted your castle and you're on the list, but you've already updated your castle and you want me to get to it a little bit quicker, you can just email me. Let me know, hey, I created my castle, I've already been, you know, I'm already on the list, and I will get to your castle a little bit quicker, just because I'm not sure how many people have already updated. I ran a couple castles the other day, and they weren't updated yet. So I decided to wait a little bit so that, you know, I don't do people's castles and then they're like, well, I haven't updated for patch 17, do it again. I don't want to waste a bunch of time doing that. I'd rather do your castle once when it's like complete and finalized. So I'll be waiting a couple of days unless I hear from people. And other than that, I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.